Sports, more than ever before, is commanding global attention as its influence on global peace and economy is quite phenomenal. Sports also encourage mental fitness and build a sound mind in a healthy body. Education and sports go hand in hand as it encourages teamwork, honesty, and fair play. It has the ability to create jobs and attract huge financial benefits and goodwill to participating teams as well as individual competitors. This is, of course, without prejudice to unsolicited image laundering and positive diplomacy it brings in the life of a nation and individual.
Shelley Fraser-Pryce is indeed up into a running very quickly. Okabara is going well also on the near side. And a Claudia Silva going through and the Bulgarian coming through on the near side. So Shelley Fraser-Pryce easing down on the line, blessing Okabare.
The many benefits derivable from hosting or participating in sports are not lost on the Nigerian government. This has been responsible for governments at various levels in the country investing huge sums of money sponsoring teams to participate in sport events both locally and internationally. The country, individuals and families have gained international recognition as well as tremendous wealth as a result of sports.
The sports sector in Nigeria is largely untapped. Only a few percent of the resources we have in sports have been tapped.
In the developed world today, 40% of the economy is based on sports and entertainment. So we're in the right direction.
Delta State government over the years has been in the forefront of identifying and grooming excellent sportsmen and women who have gone on to represent the state and Nigeria at both local and international meets. This trend has not changed, especially with the ascendancy of Senator Dr. Arthur Ifeanyi as governor of the state. In fact, under his watch, sports have been taken a notch higher as hitherto neglected and or abandoned sports competitions in the state and schools have been revived. A good example is the repackaged Principal's Cup, a football tournament competed for among secondary schools.
Now he takes the kick and I can tell you.
It's my intent that we'll continue to support the children to physically exercise themselves and to be able to develop their talents, because a lot of talents will be discovered from this place into the future. And some who would have lost the passion along the line will build up the passion and be able to actually even compete at national level.
When we look back, we're glad to know that some of the product of our sponsorship have come to the national levels, have won medals, and have become very prominent sports people in the country.
The state has produced so many people, considering the fact that we have been winning the National Sports Festival. So a lot of our athletes, both in volleyball, basketball, have gone international. Most of them from the basketball here, they are in America, China, and Japan. They were trained here. And most clubs in Nigeria, when it comes to basketball, they buy players from Delta.
Delta State government has produced a great sportsmen and women.
A major factor responsible for Delta State sliding down the pecking order in grooming sports talents in recent years have been the absence of enabling facilities. To this extent, the Okowa-led administration considered it worthwhile to invest in building and rebuilding sports facilities across the state. For instance, the Stephen Keshi Stadium today hosts major sports meets as well as serves as a grooming ground for budding talent.
In Delta State, what we are used to is to develop talents. What's happening here is in line with our belief that when you are able to put in reasonable investment in sports, you are able to, beyond covering insecurity, you're also able to develop talents, and to a very large extent that helps to contribute to the standard of living and indeed the economy of the country. And that's what we are known for in Delta State.
That strategic thinking has yielded fruits since the facility was opened in July 2018 with the hosting of the African Athletics Championship, Delta State School Sports Festival, and the grand finale of the recently concluded Principals Cup between Zappa Mixed Secondary School, Asaba, and College of Commerce, Warri.
And other businesses from within and outside the state are going to be here.
Before this administration, I would say the stadium was a shambles. Before, we run on the road, but since the stadium became available, we'll come down here and we'll run on the tracks. So it is safe and it keeps us out from danger.
This Tibikechi Stadium has gotten a facelift since Dr. Okowa has come to power. He has really tried, because the time I started basketball, we don't really have chance to train in the stadium. We always go outside to Government House and we stay under the sun. Sometimes we wait, sometimes we will not even train.
Since people have been coming to train here, they've been doing well. It is a standard stadium and the facilities are good enough for them to be able to develop themselves fast to heights.
The government has provided this facility for me to chase the dream of becoming like Michael Jordan.
The state government has been very supportive, especially in the provision of facilities. These facilities, if are not utilized, of course, will undermine sporting events in the state. The stadium has provided us a window through which we can also watch international footballs.
The Excellency Senator Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, I want to say thank you for giving us the privilege to have this sports facility here. First of all, it keeps us out of trouble, it keeps us out of crime.
We have to give much kudos to His Excellency, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa. Now we have a stadium that has promoted us to the world. You see international matches being played here. You see an improvement in the area there where we have a swimming pool, we have a basketball, volleyball, and Ebola. All these games have been harnessed. The players now come together and play in one place because of the improvement in the stadium.
It is the strategic vision of the Ifeanyi Okowa-led administration to restore the heritage of the Principals Cup, a platform which gave life to Nigerian football and empowered the youths to greater career heights. The Principals Cup tournament, which in the long term will be a breeding ground for young football talents, will bode well for the state and Nigeria and rekindle the experiences of glory days in the old Midwest. Now in its fourth edition, what have been the gains thus far? Governor Ifeanyi Okowa provides some insight.
I'm very excited. When we did start this thing in 2016, it was like a child's play. But thank God today, this is a fourth edition of the Principals Cup. On a yearly basis, we have had to organize the football competition among all secondary schools, and good numbers with 612 secondary schools participating this year. It's very exciting, it's a good number. And if you have been around to watch from day one, the first year to the second to the third and the fourth year, you can see that the standard of football is high, which means too that there's been a lot of coaching of the students, and then the schools are taking it very seriously.
The Zenith Bank Delta Principals Cup is a strategic partnership between the bank and Delta State government. The alignment is aimed at sports development at the grassroots with a vision of placing Delta State and Nigeria at an enviable place on global sports map.
Zenith Bank believes in the power of the youth in national development. So as part of our corporate social responsibility, we do this to identify young talents, we mentor them, develop them, and see them grow into people of use to society.
Nigeria Football Federation NFF President Amaju Pinnick, who graced the finals at the Stephen Keshi Stadium, Asaba, expressed his delight at the development as he spoke with a sense of nostalgia.
This current government has invested so much in terms of not just on human capital, but infrastructure. We are sitting here comfortably watching Principals Cup, here to redefine what Principals Cup is, what it used to be those days when we were in school. So we are very happy. I saw United College of Commerce, UCC as it's popularly called, and the Zappa School. You know, the same thing we used to see 35 years ago is what is being displayed here. So kudos to the government for re-engineering that.
The multi-ethnic complexities of the Nigerian nation has, unfortunately, had very negative impact as ethnic champions put their interests first before the good of the larger Nigeria. The Senator Okowa-led administration, not oblivious of this problem, identified sports as a rallying point that could bring about better unity and bond among Deltans. This is helping to bring the youths together in a disciplined manner and inculcating in them the virtue of team spirit, mutual respect, as well as fair play and discovery of new talents.
During our time with this sporting, it brought about good relationship with other schools, and the competition we made brought a high spirit in us.
It brings about unity, the people you never knew before. Sports bring you together. I used to play football. If we had such opportunities during our time, I don't think by now we would have still remained where we are.
COWA has been able to arrest the youth from committing crime because, as the saying goes, the idle mind is the devil's workshop. But when they are occupied, they hardly have time to go and be involved in any crime or things that are not useful to them.
Smart Delta.
You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where Okowa they do. You better run, come to Delta State. Come and see the good things where Okowa they do. I see your job and work creation in Delta. Make the youth say them higher. Okowa. I see good roads everywhere in Delta. Make the people say them cola.
The Zenith Bank Delta Principals Cup has become a platform to teach the young ones the rudiments of the game, and this is achieved with the best standard in terms of facilities, officiating, and general operations. The consultants to the Zenith Bank Principals Cup revealed that none of the participating teams gets undue advantage over the other.
1 million naira.
All that we put into it produced 2 government schools playing the winner. It's the first time that is happening. The governor has earned himself the game master. He didn't just give us approval, he has given us all the encouragement. Imagine when we are offering ₦1 million as prize, he is giving us the bus. You will agree with me that that brand new 18-seater bus is worth well over 15 million. You can imagine doing that and giving scholarship award to outstanding players. So the governor, we want to give it to him. Then for Zenith Bank, we can't say thank you enough.
This tournament is a huge success and it has been done creditably. You can see the way the players play today. It shows that there was really a serious contest.
Spectators and participants who witnessed this year's tournament of the Zenith Bank Delta Principals Cup declare that sports is a veritable tool for social integration and social inclusiveness. In their words, sports is a perfect vehicle to promote social inclusion of minorities and other vulnerable or disadvantaged groups. It can also be instrumental in combating violence through community-based projects and promoting reconciliation, peace, tolerance, and coexistence.
Sports, drugs, those students who would have stayed out, they will be usefully engaged when they are in sports. That mindset of those vices, cultism and the rest will be eliminated. Why? They will be usefully engaged.
Academics and sports complement each other, and if properly blended, increase the potentials of participants and eventually shape the personality of a student. While hardcore education cannot be faulted for qualities of passing on knowledge and skills, combining with sports enhances leadership qualities, tolerance, and team spirit. In fact, sports and education are 2 sides of the same coin. According to World Health Organization (WHO), young children should be doing 60 minutes of exercise per day in order to maintain a healthy body. Interspersing lessons with 20 minutes bits of aerobics-style exercise will improve the attention spans of an individual.
The stadium is almost full. That shows the enthusiasm of the children, the excitement about it. Anytime you mention Zappa, you mention School of Commerce in Warri, you see the noise that comes up. We need this type of motivation for our students. It spurs the child to learn better. And a child that is physically fit can do better with the academics. So we're happy that His Excellency has made it a policy that sports must go alongside education.
The benefit of sport is that it develops you mentally, it develops you physically, it develops you socially, and then you also open your frontiers to know what is supposed to be as much as extracurricular activities are concerned.
Sports is a psychomotor game. It makes them mentally alert, physically. It keeps them all round. Why? They say a dull mind will never be a sound mind.
There is no doubt that sports have a positive impact on development and combating poverty. Participation in sports has several monetary rewards which help to improve the quality of living of the participants and by extension their families. A good example is the trophy and 1 million naira cash given to College of Commerce Warri and numerous mouth-watering prizes given to outstanding players in the Principal's Cup.
Dr. Ufai, Executive Governor of Delta State, is really trying, improving students and empowering them for better future in order to aid a living.
The collaboration between Zenith Bank and Delta State government is the best thing that's ever happened to the youth in Delta State because it has really enhanced their lives positively by creating a platform where talented youths would come together, harness their skills in football and improve themselves and maybe help their family. There is no other platform that offers an opportunity to the youths out there, people on the streets, to use their talent to improve their lives. So kudos to Zenith Bank, kudos to Delta State government.
The Principal's Cup, organized by Zenith Bank under the watch of Delta State government, have helped to reduce the rate of poverty, and students have won prizes, and in one way or the other, poverty rate have been reduced in Nigeria. So all thanks to Zenith Bank and the governor of Delta State.
That sports bring riches and instant recognition could not have been better exemplified than in Ime Ekemini, the highest goal scorer in the Principal's Cup. Apart from the golden boot he won, he smiled to the bank with cool cash.
I'm very happy. I'm grateful to Zenith Bank for sponsoring this competition and the state governor, Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa, for giving us opportunity to showcase our talent. I won the award for the most valuable player, 200,000 naira, and the award for the highest goal scorer of the competition, 200,000. Also won a check of 100,000 for scoring the first goal of the competition.
The students and teachers poured encomium on Governor Ifeanyi Okowa and the management of Zenith Bank PLC for the laudable initiative of the Zenith Bank Delta Principal's Cup.
I feel very excited because the governor is doing his work. We are excited in this football match because the governor is really trying for us.
I feel excited that the governor is here watching us playing the football because it's not easy for the governor to leave his office to come here and watch us play the football. I want to say let him carry on with his job for promoting the world of sports.
I'm so very happy. I thank God for this successful win. It's not by my power, but by the grace of God. We thank God for favoring us throughout this tournament. We'll never slack. We always commit each of every of our game into the hands of the Lord.
So I want to thank the governor. I want to thank Zenith Bank for everything. They find it to bring back the old days of football in Nigeria, where we have the likes of Shagodegba who came from secondary school to play for Nigeria. I really want to thank the governor because you can see from the match they just played, if I have to be the coach of the Eaglets of Nigeria, at least 4 of them will join the Eaglets for my looking.
I'm very excited because for you to win the cup is not easy. Won the balls and the cash prize money, and them 2 of my players won the 3 awards: the best player, high goal scorer, and the best goalkeeper.
That the initiative of the Principal's Cup has made tremendous impact on the very young ones and their sense of camaraderie is evident from the mammoth crowd of supporting students who came to cheer their schools to victory. Some of these ones, those spectators today, could become superstars of the game tomorrow, either as coaches or players. Examples abound across the major leagues in Europe. Some of them bear their minds about the entire experience.
I feel happy for playing in the stadium and still winning an award in the same stadium. I just feel happy.
I really want to thank the organizer of the Zenith Cup, Principal Cup, for the opportunity that he gave us for the third place. I really want to thank our governor, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa. I really want to appreciate him for him to put head together for this opportunity for us.
I'm very, very happy, because our school is going back with a bus, brand new bus. All thanks to Zenith Bank and Governor Okowa.
The governor has taken a bold step in order to remedy the situation of youth restiveness in the society. A situation like this gives them another hope for the future. They want to be like the Kanu Wankos. They want to be like the JJ Okochas. And this is the right platform to tell the whole world that they have that potential.
The idea of the school sports is basically to catch them young and to also engage the children meaningfully outside the curricular activities. And we know that in education, it's not only the academic work in the classroom that makes the children to grow. So the first emphasis is to ensure that the children grow in both talent and at the same time to grow in sports and other extracurricular activities.
Some of the unique points of this year's Principals Cup is the visibility of business and entertainment. Adults who came to watch the match could be seen doing brisk business as they opened accounts with Zenith Bank PLC. Also, there was the presence of cheerleaders in this year's finals. The potpourri of events goes to lend support after the fact that sports is a fertile ground. In more advanced economies, cheerleading is a career.
Smart Delta.
There was a consensus among both participants and spectators that synergy and partnership between Delta State Government and Zenith Bank PLC to sponsor sport will bring about great things in the nearest future as they express their thoughts and feelings.
Seriously, I'm very, very impressed. The result has been wonderful. It's a win-win thing. It's part of our CSR, corporate social responsibility, but it's something that we are proud to do. We like giving back to the society. That's Delta has been good for the bank. This is one way of saying thank you to people of Delta State.
I just want to appreciate the organizer, Zenith Bank. They have done a great thing for the youth, because I know that with this, there are youths that are coming up and they are talented youths. I know with this tournament like this that the governor have put in place, we can bring them out from under 15, under 17 to make good team for the nation. I just want to appreciate the governor for his great work.
The catch them young phrase is fast becoming a way of life in Delta State than a mere payoff slang. Zenith Bank, the sponsors of the competition, in conjunction with the government and good people of Delta State, as well as students and their parents, are living the dream of a thinking government.
Sports is taking a lot of our children very far. Devt Duduru is somebody who attended Western Secondary School here. He's doing very well in the world scene. The only medal won by Nigeria in the last sporting competition was by Sebrume, who got a bronze in the long jump. I think that we can discover a lot more talent from their various schools. And I believe that with time, a lot more talents who did not even know that they had such talents within them will be discovered in the course of various competitions that we undertake.
In Delta State in particular, sport has changed. But I can see kids from grassroots now. Like if you go to the court now, you see children 7, 8, 9 years playing basketball. When he plays up to like 5, 6 years, you can tell how good he will be when he gets to 8, 17, 19.
I want to say congratulations to our able governor, Governor Ifeanyi Okowa, and to say thank you to him for providing these facilities for us and making it accessible for everybody and making it possible for it to be able to build a stronger Delta for us.
I say a big thank you to the governor. I call him the indefatigable governor. The governor who's been able to put smiles on the faces of the athletes of Delta State. That's why when they go out, they always make him proud because he keeps to his words. And I know he's willing to do much more. So, Mr. Governor, I know if you can hear me, I love you from the bottom of my heart. And I look forward to the next surprise you have for Delta State athletes.
The future of building a stronger Delta is looking more and more realistic as the future looks bright and holds lots of promises for these young sports fans and footballers.
Come to Delta State, come and see the good things where Okowa they do. You better run, come to Delta State, come and see the good things where Okowa they do. I see your job and work creation in Delta, make the youth say them highlight Okowa. I see good roads everywhere in Delta, make the people say them cola. Come live in Delta, say me I say, come invest in Delta. Come explore the potentials of our state.